welcome to the wonderful mess of my garage. So, if you've been following along, we did paint our SRT swap, guys, and we had a little bit of dirt in it. So, I want to get this cut and buffed so I can get this outside, get those panels up in the air, and get it painted and get this done. So you will see, I don't know if you can see, that's not dirt, that's dirt. So you can see that little black piece right there, that's in the top of the clear. So we're gonna see if we can get that taken out. And there's slight orange peel. There's really not that much orange peel in it. Right off. See how it's, you can just barely see it?
I see it, yeah.
Because this, there's a piece right there. See if we can get that one. See it?
Yep.
What happened with this was, when I was clearing, I got the wood stove, because it's cold in the wintertime, this stuff wasn't in. So usually what happens is you get this inside your clear. So like when you spray your clear, you get dirt on your clear and then you bury it, so then you'll never get it out. This stuff here isn't the case. This wasn't on until after my last coat of clear, so technically it shouldn't be all that deep. Will I get it all out? I don't know. But I have more of a chance of getting it out this way, where it wasn't cleared. Like the dirt wasn't there and then I cleared over the dirt, because then you'd never. So you see I am buffing the roof, and I'll bring you over to this side. This side is done. So the shine on it actually looks really good. Wow, does it ever look good? It didn't need it, to be honest. You've seen there was still some orange peel I didn't focus on, but you'll never see it. The green looks sharp. You know, it is what it is, right? Like it's a 500 plus horsepower car that we plan on just drag racing. Actually, there's a little bit of scratches through here. It's gonna need a little more buffing. I don't know if I could even pick that up, to be honest. I don't think so. So what's gonna end up happening is I'll wait when I do the rest of the car, and then I'll just do that. So I'm just gonna need some extra cut compound down there. No big deal. I just wanted to get this done so we can get this out of this bay, start hanging these doors. We're gonna be buffing the doors, the fenders, and the hood on this car, and the trunk lid. So if I need to, I'll just buff the whole thing at the same time. So Chris is up there just wiping down the stage 1 compound on that side. And then on this side, the wax is drying, which is the final stage, and we can literally just wipe this side down. Piece of dirt. Now, if you've ever buffed a car, you'll know that this isn't accurate lights. So once it goes outside, we might see a little haze where we wet sand it. That's normal. It just means we gotta buff it a little more in that spot. So I'm predicting that that might happen because, well, this ain't a bay to be doing this kind of stuff in. Most people that do this professionally have like lights set up and, you know, their mirrors, and they're looking at it like crazy, thinking that they're, you know, God's gift to a car. And I'm just sitting here with nothing and hoping for the best. My neon brings all the wheel biters around. Wouldn't that be Camaro? I think the Camaro brings all the wheel biters around. Hey, that actually don't look that bad. So you will see, wow, look at it in there. And the quarter panels, like I showed earlier, did turn out really, really nice. It could be the color. Obviously, it's gonna, I think it would hide a little bit of orange peel, but you can't really see any orange peel. It actually looks really good. Chris keeps talking me up, and the next project after this car is his car. So maybe we should just like, I don't know how to even mess it up, but we'll mess it up somehow.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to boost your confidence. When we do paint my car, there's no fuck ups on it.
Whoa, no swearing on YouTube.
I'll put a beep loop or something.
I don't know how to edit anything, let alone edit a beep. Now, you haven't really seen much of the bodywork on this car because bodywork is boring, so I didn't really want to show you. So let me show you what we got. Jeff just made a really good point you probably didn't hear. You've seen bodywork on every car we own, so it's getting to the point where let's just build them, and then we can make them fast, do whatever we want, and show the progress that way. So we did buy this car that was two-toned. It's an SRT swap, and I hate two-tone, and I love green, so it is green. Now you will see it is extremely dirty because we had to push it outside. We got the hood on that we just painted, and the two front doors are there, so we can get the doors on, and the two fenders are here, so we get the front end on. And then next up to paint would be the other side of the trunk, two rear doors, and the bumpers and side skirts. Now we have an issue that we're starting to notice, and I'm thinking the paint doesn't match. So even if you look like this, well, look at Jeff, it does look like it matches there though.
In the light, yes, but not in the light. It's much darker.
So I did put down the same amount of coats on each thing. I also did put down the last two coats on this stuff, so the stuff I just painted. I actually used the original paint that I painted the car with. That way I made sure it was. But the very first coat I sprayed, it covered the sealer on one coat. That this is so transparent it should. And there's the difference.
Yeah.
There's the first coat, the first gallon I bought. There's the second gallon I bought. So you can kind of see it right there in the light that quarter panel is definitely lighter than that door. The door is more green. I kind of obviously like that color because that's the color I picked and mixed and painted the first time. So unfortunately, and I know the answer is it's going to need to be repainted. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the back door, and then when I paint the back door, I'm doing the bumpers and side skirts. If this quarter does not match, then I'll end up just taping the car up with the doors in spot because I'm not doing this twice, and away you go. Because what do? Technically, the door frames, engine bay, roof, and quarter panel is a different color than the doors. So like this is what you get when people don't mix stuff to the T. It has to be to the T. If you work at an auto parts place and you're mixing paint, it has to be to the T. My paint, I paint the same way every time. I mark down how many coats I used. I use the same color sealer. So it's a gray sealer, 6 coats of base. I even went to the extreme of painting 4 coats on the outside and 2 coats of that color to make sure the paint matched. But unfortunately, the green is overpowering the other part of the green. But with that being said, it does look good.
It does.
So we got this door together. Obviously we didn't put the trim in yet, or the door panel in yet, because the harness that was here is hacked. So it just needs to be fixed, to be honest. It's just they extended the speaker wires by the looks of it. That's another day. That's not this second. So we're gonna go on this side and we're gonna start putting together this door. So Jeff's just installing the black trim piece first. And like any neon, we noticed, I can probably just show you on this. Now this one has 1 broken tab on it. Ooh, this one has 2 good tabs on it. This one has 2 good tabs on it, yeah. So you see the tabs are on it. My passenger side door doesn't. It's missing a tab, so I'm gonna have to go to the junkyard, which is really hard to find these in the junkyard now. I don't even care about how it's gray. It kind of will bug me down the road, but there's no tab on this one, see?
Was it gray?
Heat gun.
No, not even just that.
Peanut butter.
Nope. Positive.
Yeah.
You know, I did it on Mom's Mustang, it looked factory.
The Civic truck has to be repainted because the guy that painted it did a shit fucking job. My 40 Royale, the paint didn't match, which I should, well, depending when you see this video, you might see it. Link up in the right hand corner if you guys haven't seen it yet. We painted my 40 Royale. Same thing, we painted all the panels off the car because it's such a big car, you don't have a choice. And they didn't mix the paint properly. And well, it doesn't match. So now I gotta repaint the 40. Now I gotta repaint this car. It's like Richard Repaints. That's what we're gonna name the channel. Repaint Society. Like, everything I touch has to be repainted. By next year, I'm not doing no more bodywork to cars. It's gonna be build cars, drag cars, have fun, no paint.
What if I buy another car?
No paint. Okay, so I pulled the car outside just to see if I can see the difference between the quarter panel and the door. Now, it's going to be really hard to see because, well, we're missing the door that butts up to the quarter panel. So that's what's going to tell me, to be honest. Oh, shoot. Yeah, anyways, before I mess this up. What we're going to do now is we are going to cut the spot in the lip right here. It's already marked out from factory where it kind of needs to go. And that's going to be for the dual exhaust. So we're going to cut one on each side because, well, this bumper is getting ready for paint.
Worst part is it's not on the bumper itself. It's only on the lip.
I know, and so you don't know how high you really need to go. Yeah, it doesn't show you how high up though.
I can see it. So I can at least cut up to it from underneath. So I know where it's at.
It looks like it's going like up here.
Yeah, it comes up to about here.
All right. It's just sitting in spots, so you'll see a little bit of a gap, but literally when we bolt it up, obviously it'd be like that, which gives us a perfect gap. That's the reason why we went with OEM body panels, because it fits the way it's supposed to. Which brings us back to the next thing. This is an OEM lip kit. Well, aftermarket,
It's a Mopar.
it's made by Mopar, so it's OEM as you can get because it was designed for this bumper.
It's an add-on that was available.
Which means that the spots that we cut out where it's designed for this bumper, and this is an RT exhaust technically,
Yep.
that it fits perfectly fine. So all we have to do is clean up the edge a little bit and it's ready to go.
Well, I think this was an SRT exhaust, but because you can tell, but they narrowed it up to match the RT bumper. Because the aftermarket bumper was for an RT before it was for an SRT.
So now it's,
Finished cleaning up the cuts.
and then pull the car forward, get the intercooler back in spot because we're using an AGP race intercooler, which is a very thick core. And because of the thick core, we're gonna have to trim the front bumper. And I wanna do that before I prime it. That's why the front bumper has putty and stuff where we glued this on, so it's all one piece now. So I wanna make sure that when we cut in through here to clear the intercooler, that I can prime it and make it look the way it should look. All right, so with the bumper in spot, which would be right about there, because you can see how it comes down and that's right where we want it. You can see where we marked out the red, which is right there. So it's hitting, so we're gonna trim that on both sides. And then that way it's ready to go. I have no fog lights yet either.
Do you see Buddy that makes them?
Yeah,
The LED ones?
the LED, I was looking at them, but $200 American's a lot. But I'm not gonna drive my car all the time. If it was like the PT,
You know what you do?
I'm not gonna drive the PT all the time either.
You know what you do?
Go to Princess Auto, buy a set, and make my own brackets?
No, buy me a set of those and you can have mine.
Oh, that's a good idea. Said no one ever. I might actually just make a piece of aluminum.
Like, block off?
Block off. I can power code a block upstairs. I'm never gonna have fog. I'd rather have retrofits over fog lights.
Yeah, no matter what. Like I said, it's not a car that you're going to be driving in the rain that you need fog lights.
For how often this car will be driven? I was gonna say my PT board won't be driven much this year. The biggest trip it's gonna see is going to fucking Ontario for that fucking show.
Yeah, literally.
Anyways, guys, if you do like the build, make sure you check it out. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me guess if you know how much horsepower we're going to put out in this car. Thanks a lot, guys.